have a show for you today, my friends. So much news to share with you. We are going to start off top news with Haus Labs. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the weirdest thing happened. I just realized my lights are too bright. Let me pull those down a little bit. That is better. Okay, that looks so much better. Now we can continue. So Haus Labs, Lady Gaga had a party for influencers and other people. I don't know who all was invited, but it was weird because it was almost like if you've ever seen the movie Clue, where they all get these invitations, but they don't know like exactly where they're going or exactly why they're going there. It was like that. It was so weird. I have all the details on that. What were they promoting? It's kind of equally as weird, but we're going to get into it. And big shocker, this week we have another celebrity cosmetic brand to talk about. How many are we going to have this year? I don't know, but we'll talk about the latest. And then we have a very serious story. We used to talk a lot about counterfeit cosmetics and how dangerous they were because you never knew what was in them. But now we're getting counterfeit skincare. And even worse, we're getting counterfeit sunscreen. I have an article that I'm going to share with you about how to spot a counterfeit sunscreen and how to avoid buying them. So if you are interested in all of those stories and a few more, hang tight. We're about to jump into it right now. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup, where we talk about everything that is happening across the beauty industry all in one place. You are watching the top news segment. If you are used to watching the top news and the product report together, we have now split that into two pieces. Sunday is top news and Monday is the product report. So all of the new releases will be coming tomorrow in real time. And I have one more thing to tell you before we jump into the news, and it is very, very special because I have a collab. And this collab is kind of a revival of a collab that I did years ago with a candle company called Candles by Victoria. This was the candle that I had designed with Victoria. It is called Dutch Apple Pie. It is extremely dusty because it has been on display for like 5 years. So that's why it's dusty. I refuse to put it away and I refuse to burn it. It still smells exactly like cinnamon and apple and amazingness. So this was the candle I came out with them with many years ago, but we have a new candle, my friend. And it's in honor of us. You know how we sit down to live chat and I have my coffee and a lot of y'all say you have your coffee and have told you how I love to sit and drink my coffee while I'm going grocery shopping. It's like my comfort drink. I know that sounds weird because of the caffeine, but it really is. So Victoria designed me an artisan coffee candle for us. And I am so excited about this. So the idea behind this is it's supposed to be like a cup of coffee with whipped cream and caramel sauce on it. So the scent on this is coffee with salted caramel and it smells amazing, my friend. These are all handcrafted, hand poured. It's a family owned business out of Texas and they are the loveliest people. And I'm so honored to be working with them again on a candle. Coffee with Friends adds to their Coffee Cup Cuties collection. They have a ton of other coffee cups over there with different scents. But also I wanted to show you her latest release that she is launching for spring. I believe you all are getting first look at it. I am so excited for these. They are so adorable. Look at these. They're acai bowls and they're in a coconut shell. They are so cool. They're so adorable. This one here is, of course, the base of the acai. And then inside we have blueberries, raspberries, mango, and pineapple. There are 6 different bowls available. Victoria sent me 3 of them. So this one here is banana, blueberry, kiwi, and mango. And then finally, this one is so fun. This one, banana, strawberry, raspberry, peanut butter. What's yes. It's amazing. And you can tell they are just beautifully handcrafted, absolutely gorgeous. And this is a real coconut shell, and there's also some real coconut flakes sprinkled on top. One thing that I wanted to mention about this that's very important if you order this is that there is a paper straw in here. You're going to, of course, want to remove that before you burn the candle. And also you want to make sure that this little piece of cloth is pushed all the way down so that it's away from the flame. Another pro tip on Victoria's candles, a lot of them bubble up over top of whatever is, the vessel that's holding it. So you want want to make sure the first time you burn it while it's still really big, that you put it on some kind of heat-safe plate so that the wax will drip onto the plate and not your counter. So in your mind, how much do you think a candle like this that is hand-poured, small business, small crafted, individually made for you candle will cost? I have a feeling it's a lot less. These are $24.50. So this one is 18 ounces. And then the acai bowls, those are 22 ounces. Cost on these, also $24.50. I don't think you'll ever be able to find anything even in stores that are machine made for this kind of price. The other thing is Victoria's shipping is so inexpensive. Under $100, it is a flat rate of $10. And then over $100, free shipping. Are you serious? Beyond that, Victoria offers a point system. So you get 5 cents per dollar that you spend, which adds up pretty quickly. It's similar to what you'll get in a lot of big name stores where it's $5 per every $100. Those points never expire. So if you become a big Candles by Victoria fan like me, you start buying these as gifts for people, those points add up pretty quickly and then you can spend them on free candles. So if you are interested in my new collab candle, Coffee with Friends, or one of these beautiful acai bowls, or anything else on Victoria's site, she has everything from little scent shots for your melt warmers to the amazing car scents. Those are my absolute faves. I love the car scents if you want something that's very long lasting. She has every kind of scent over there that you could possibly imagine and so many more. I cannot wait. If you are new to Candles by Victoria, I cannot wait for you to go check it out. There is an affiliate link down below that will earn me a small commission on your purchase. So thank you again to Victoria for partnering with me on my dream coffee scented candle. I appreciate you and your family so much. And with that being said, my friend, let us go ahead and jump into the top news story. Let's talk about Lady Gaga. So imagine you're an influencer and you get this invitation to attend a party in Malibu. You're not really sure where you're going, who you're going to meet. You do not know what's going on. All you know is that the PR agency that hooked you up with this invitation is legit. You know you're not getting murdered. You know you're going for some reason, but you don't know why. So you grab your +1, you hop in the car, and you drive over an hour to Malibu. When you get there, you see this beautiful property, absolutely gorgeous, and you are guided to the backyard that has this gorgeous, incredible view of the sunset and this huge glass gazebo. So when you go into the gazebo, you start seeing other influencers that you recognize, start striking up conversations. This is so cool, but you still have no idea why you're here. Everyone is called to sit down at your place, and then all of a sudden, here comes Lady Gaga coming out in front of you, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking cool. And that's when you realize you are at Lady Gaga's house. Oh my gosh. So you're sitting at your place with your little personally embroidered napkin with your name on it, sipping your probably very expensive cocktail, and Lady Gaga starts talking about a company called ColourPop. She's talking about the intersection of beauty and science and how this pharmaceutical company is trying to bridge that gap. It turns out ColourPop has developed an implant that will help protect people against sunburn. I know, apparently it's real. And I think one of the reasons why Lady Gaga and her team kept this all a secret was that there's a lot of negative feelings right now toward pharmaceutical companies, and they probably just didn't want people to not come if they knew it was a pharmaceutical pitch. But this is a very interesting product. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I will tell you it's very interesting. Let's talk about what it is. So ColourPop is an Australian sun protection brand. Their website has the headline, Pioneering Photomedicine and Photocosmetics. They have one product currently on the US market called Scenesse. I think I said that right. It was approved in 2014, and it treats a very specific genetic disease. So you do need a diagnosis and a prescription to get this particular medication. I'm going to go ahead and put the name of of the disease on the screen right now. Basically, you've probably heard of this before, even if you don't know the name. It's when people are extremely photosensitive and when they go out into the sun, they feel extreme pain. So that treatment has been on the market since 2015, but they really want to expand into the beauty space, and that's where Lady Gaga is coming in. In an interview with NASDAQ last year, CLINUVEL's CEO Philippe Wolgen said, quote, "We'll have a core pharmaceutical company that's franchising into cosmetics, and that's a unique position in the world." It really is. They hope that CLINUVEL will be a household name by January 2026. How are they going to do that? Well, they said that they have developed a treatment for vitiligo. That is an autoimmune disease that causes loss of color in the skin. As a skincare nerd and not a professional, I would like to now pass the microphone over to Alexis from Lipstick Lesbians, who is more versed in beauty product technology than I am. She explains this and what they're looking to do very, very well. At least it seems like she's explaining it very well.
They're trying to bring really what Ozempic did for diabetes and then tangentially for weight loss in individuals that maybe weren't diabetic to tanning technology. And the reason that tanning matters, aside from the fact that it's really dangerous to be in the sun, there's really, really specific diseases like vitiligo and EPP. EPP, for everyone that doesn't know, is when you legitimately can't go outside because the sun burns you to a point that it's physically impossible for you to be in sunlight. So these are debilitating diseases that previously did not have a cure until this company made one. They took a pre-existing peptide that we as humans have, and they extended the peptide's lifespan. So now vitiligo, it's gonna bring the uniformity, bring the melanin back to people's skin. You are someone who does not have vitiligo or EPP. It's going to bring that tan to you, but it's going to bring you 5 other key things. It's going to improve your ability to lose weight. It's going to improve your libido, improve the DNA of your cells, and finally that golden Mediterranean tan, which is how we started this whole conversation with the Mediterranean inspiration. This implant developed by CLINUVEL is the future of sun protection.
So what does Lady Gaga have anything to do with this?
Lady Gaga's partner, Michael, is heavily involved and a co-owner and investor in this technology.
So what does this mean for cosmetics?
The more melanated your skin is, the better your skin can protect you from sun damage. Super interesting. It's not a cream. It's not a lotion. It's a literal implant. How would we now address the bronzing needs of said population using this? How might foundations change? How might the demand of sunscreen change so we can then shift our attention into other arenas of protecting our skin? So many questions. So it's really exciting.
If you are not a huge Gaga fan, this may seem completely off-brand for her to promote a pharmaceutical company, but it's actually not. She is currently featured in TV ads for the migraine medicine Nurtec OTD.
With Nurtec ODT, I can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks, all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur, even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Ask about Nurtec ODT.
And side note, Khloe Kardashian is also a spokesperson for that medication. But the connection to CLINUVEL is quite a bit more personal in that her boyfriend, Michael Polanski, is a trustee for the photomedicine foundation CLINUVEL, which was launched at the event. He is also the CEO at a company called the Parker Group. This is named after the Napster co-founder, Sean Parker, and according to the Australian Financial Review, he was also an early investor in CLINUVEL. The point of the foundation is to make these kinds of medications available for people that can't afford them. The foundation wants to focus mostly on places in the world where photo damage and skin cancer are a huge problem. Places like Central Africa, the Middle East, and Latin America. I don't know how you feel about this, but especially after Alexis explained it, like it sounds cool, but it's giving me like a ick, creepy kind of factor. And maybe it's just because I have such little knowledge about this. That's why I'm kind of freaked out about this, because she was saying it would change the structure of our skin in a way that's never been done before. And to me, that's scary. Again, it may just be because of my lack of knowledge, especially because we're talking about how deep the skin tone can get. So for example, let's say you're my complexion and you get this implant and your skin starts getting a little more tan. But what if financially something happens and you can't afford to get it out and you start getting darker and darker and darker? And the next thing you know, your skin is not what it should be. at all. To me, it just sounds too experimental, but I definitely could be wrong there. It's just kind of freaking me out. You will not see me as a test subject for this, but at this point, I would love to know what you think about it. Are you as freaked out as I am, or are you thinking this is really cool? Any and all thoughts are welcome down in the comment section down below. You know, I was thinking what we should do is do like a running tally of celebrity cosmetic lines so that we can kind of keep track of what's happening. In February, we got 3 celebrity cosmetic lines. We got Sacred by Beyonce, the hair care line. We got the men's grooming line called The Shop by LeBron James. And we also got Pamela Anderson as co-founder of Sansi Beauty, which is a skincare line. We also got hints of SZA's upcoming makeup line, and Bella Hadid is launching something. I still don't know what it is. I just realized I forgot to check. Let me check and see if she's updated that. All right, Instagram. Okay, so we have, it says our founder in her natural habitat, and she's just got a camera and she's by some grass and some water. And then we have some rocks where it all started, some rocks. And she's in the rocks taking pictures. I don't know what's happening here. We still don't know what Orabella is, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. I think it's supposed to launch this month. Anyway, I digress. Now we have our 4th launched celebrity makeup line, and it is by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm not kidding. It is called Papa Tui, and the tagline is "Take better care." It is another men's focused personal care brand featuring a range of body, hair, and tattoo care products. The brand was available this past week at papatui.com and will launch in Target stores today. The website says, quote, "With Papa Tui, looking better and feeling better comes naturally. We formulate products that help guys feel good for themselves and the people who count on them." The line is actually quite large for how new it is. There's 12 products that they're launching with 3 different scent varieties. So some of them come in those 3 scents: sandalwood suede, lush coconut, and cedar sport. Prices range from just $7.99 to $9.99 for these products.
All right, fam, here we go. Man, I am so excited. I am hyped to finally be able to share this really amazing news with you guys after years in development and years of testing this product with hundreds and hundreds of guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my world of Papa Tui Men's Care. Here's what I did in the creation of Papa Tui Men's Care. I brought together a group of very highly talented scientists and skincare experts, a lot of people who are a lot smarter than I am in this field, which is not hard to be. And I've worked very closely with them on these formulations to bring this amazing lineup of Papa Tui products to life. Now, what we did with Papa Tui, we wanted to focus on products that were hardworking, efficacious, high quality, and at the end of the day, it was important for me to deliver to you guys formulations that were premium. And just as important, accessible price points between $8 and $10, and products that were also as clean as possible without compromising how they work. So for example, with every Papa Tui product, we are paraben-free, sulfate-free, peg-free, dye-free, etc. Now I know what you're thinking, like, Rock, what the hell does all that mean? I know, I didn't know either, but trust me when I tell you, trust your boy. This is all stuff that's bad, that's in a lot of products out there, that is not in Papa Tui. We also wanted to make sure that Papa Tui products had an iconic fragrance. And I love great smelling cologne. I love beautiful smelling perfumes. And so it was important in the making of Papa Tui to make sure that we worked very closely with an iconic fragrance house called Firmenich. Firmenich is the gold standard in terms of fragrance houses out there, and we work with master perfumers to put an incredible iconic smell in our Papa Tui product. Now, you guys are thinking, okay, you sold me, Rock. I'm in. Where do I get my Papa Tui? How do I get it? And how do I get it now? Well, it is available now at papatui.com and starting this Sunday, March 10th, at every Target store across the country. In the end, as always, I hope you love Papa Tui as much as I do. Enjoy your Papa.
The line includes a hydrofacial cleanser, a rejuvenating facial toner, restoring daily facial moisturizer, awakening eye gel, nourishing shampoo plus conditioner, because of course it's going to be a shampoo plus conditioner, enriching bar soap, refreshing body wash, aluminum-free deodorant, antiperspirant, body lotion, the enhancing tattoo stick, and the enhancing tattoo balm. Bundles of the products were listed, but they were all sold out, and some of the individual products were also sold out. Just as a side note, if you don't know, my husband has been a tattoo artist for like 20 years, right? So I showed him this stuff, and he looked at it and he said, pretty much most likely all they're going to do is add moisturizer the way that a lotion would, and that when you see ads for this, just look at their skin. Is their skin already dry? And then they put on the balm and all of a sudden the tattoo looks amazing. Well, that's just because you've moisturized. So he's curious as to whether this is actually specific for tattoos or if it's just marketing for tattoos and really you could use any lotion to do the same thing. That was his question. I figured I would pass it on. One cool thing that Papa Tui is doing is they are promising to donate body care and shower care products to at-risk and less privileged youth groups. About the donation program, the company says, quote, "There is power in the confidence young people get from smelling good and taking care of themselves. Confidence is critical in the teenage years. Having access to quality body care products is important." If you are not aware, like I am not aware because I do not follow him very closely, he has his own clothing line with Under Armour, and he also has a tequila. It is Termana Tequila, and supposedly that brand has an estimated value of $3.5 billion. Oh my gosh. So I will be honest though, as a whole, I think this line looks really nice. I love the packaging on it. I love the products that he chose. I think that it's going to sell really, really well. But as always, we will just have to wait and see. Korean skincare brand CosRX has become very, very popular because they're relatively affordable and they have fantastic ingredient decks. We're also starting to see them in more and more retailers. They have a new TikTok campaign they are hoping will go viral. It is #PatThePeptide. Kind of silly, but that's the kind of stuff that goes viral on TikTok. Just as some little data here, #CosRX went over 2 billion views just last year, and their last hashtag like this was #PrepPair, and that got 49 million views. Pat the Peptide focuses on their $25 the 6 peptide skin booster serum that comes in an absolutely huge bottle with a pump rather than a small bottle with a dropper. The brand says that the bottle was designed for convenience specifically. They say you can use it alone or with other products to increase absorption of the active ingredients to, quote, enhance the efficacy of subsequent skincare products. As part of the hashtag campaign, CosRX is asking TikTok users to participate in the #PatThePeptide challenge by using the challenge filter to demonstrate how effortless and enjoyable it is to incorporate serum into any skincare routine by simply giving the skin a gentle pat. This is going on from now until March 20th. Social media users can enter the prize drawing by showing off their, quote, peptide-inspired moves on TikTok. You'll tag the brand. You'll also use the hashtags #PatThePeptide, skin flooding, and peptide. There will be 10 major winners for this. They're going to receive a bundle of CosRX products. Additionally, the top 90 winners will receive the 6 peptide skin booster serum and a randomly selected CosRX product. Winners will be announced on their Instagram and on TikTok on April 1st. So there is a scam that I wanted to let you know about because this one is legit dangerous, and this is all about fake sunscreen. A lot of us in this community wear sunscreen on the regular, so we're going through it pretty quickly. And if we live in the US, we hear about sunscreens around the world being so much better than our sunscreens, but it's hard for us to get them here. So a lot of Americans will look to try to purchase these, and they'll find them at reputable sellers for very expensive prices. But then we sometimes see them at a discount, and it's like, oh, that looks very good. That's a sunscreen I've always wanted to try. And look, it's, a third less of the cost, and they'll go ahead and buy it only to get it and find out that it is fake. And of course, obviously the problem with this is if the sunscreen doesn't have the protection that it says, you could end up burning, you could end up increasing your chances of melanoma. It is very serious. In case you're wondering what's happening with that, why do other countries outside the US have better sunscreen than we do? And it's because the FDA's only approved 16 ingredients for sunscreen, where, for example, the EU has approved 27 ingredients. And then Korean and Japanese sunscreens, which are known to be amazing, they are not available in the US or Europe because some of their ingredients aren't approved in either place. There was an article published in Refinery 29 last week. It was written by journalist Megan Fargo, and she reported that there have been some recent TikToks where people have been talking about these fake sunscreens. Morgan wanted to know, how can you tell whether a sunscreen is fake, and also how can you avoid being tricked into buying one? There's two videos that she highlights. One of them is from Dr. Julian Sass, and he is a cosmetic formulator. And then also from a fake sunscreen victim. Her name is Janine Falcon. Let's start with Janine. So she purchased a fake Korean sunscreen because she found it at a cheaper price than what was typical. This here was the result of that purchase. She said the stuff would literally not blend in, that it was impossible. But what had happened is that she had purchased this one at a lower cost, but she forgot to cancel her original order at the higher cost. So that one came in from a company called StyleKorean.com, which is a reputable seller of Korean skincare. In the second TikTok, she rubs that one in and she shows the difference for how that one applies. She talks about the texture and how different it is. Dr. Sass's video is very sciencey, and I nerded out, and it was so incredibly helpful. So I'm going to play a clip of Dr. Sass's video talking about this topic.
This company might be selling you a fake sunscreen. Buckle up, we're going on a journey. If you're new here, hi, I'm Dr. Sass. I'm a cosmetic scientist and formulator who's working in product development, and let's talk about the Clear Choice Sports Shield from Dermastart. An esthetician follower of mine sent me this product a couple months ago because she was suspicious about it, and after trying it and also running a lot of tests, I am too. So this is allegedly an SPF 45 mineral sunscreen with 12% micronized zinc. And just going off the packaging, there are so many red flags. First of all, the label says micronized zinc instead of zinc oxide, which is the actual chemical. Then there's the ingredient list, which is a hot mess. It is just a list of actives. And I've made sunscreen before, and there are no ingredients that you would actually need to make a sunscreen. At this point, I started to run some very basic tests. I took a UV light and shone it on this product, as well as a chemical sunscreen, a mineral sunscreen, and a moisturizer from my stash. What should happen is sunscreen should show up black since they're absorbing that UV light. And what's happening is the sunscreens from my stash are showing up black, and the Clear Choice and the moisturizer are not. So the Clear Choice does not seem to be absorbing the UV rays from the light.
So what can you do in order to avoid buying and using fake sunscreens? Well, the first thing is to make sure, and this is just general consumer awareness overall, to not rely on positive reviews. Because if they can fake a sunscreen, they can fake positive reviews. Also, like I was saying in the beginning, watch out for those lower prices. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. If you have bought one of these sunscreens, how do you know if it's real or not? The first thing is that if it is a mineral sunscreen, you should see some white when you first put it on your skin. It should initially start out white and then eventually blend in. The other thing you can look out for is look on the bottle, look on the packaging for misspelled ingredients. You can also look at the fonts. The fonts may be slightly off from what you see on the brand's website. Look at the ingredient list that you have and compare it to the official brand website and see if they're the same. All in all, the main reason why I wanted to include this is because we are starting to get into the season where more people are choosing to wear sunscreen. Yes, we should be wearing it year round. Let's just be real. The vast majority of the population is not wearing sunscreen year round. They only start wearing it when they're going outside in the warmer months. And then in the Northern Hemisphere, we're starting to get there. So I really wanted to make sure that I highlighted this so that you can be aware and make the best purchasing decisions possible. And then our last story today, our feel-good story today, builds on last week's where we talked about Dove's campaign. It is called The Face of 10, and it is all about helping Sephora Kids and their parents understand what kind of skincare is okay for kids and what kind of skincare is dangerous for kids. So this past week, they brought on a celebrity face, Ms. Drew Barrymore. I'm going to go ahead and put a clip of Drew's partnership video with Dove and the Face of 10 campaign.
Hi everybody, I'm Drew and I'm here representing Dove and the Face of 10 campaign. I grew up in a makeup chair. I've spent my whole life in one, but by no means did I ever wear anti-aging skincare. When I was younger, I used to really express myself. I loved glitter and I loved stickers. I kind of thought you could never wear enough glitter. I still kind of feel that way. I know that girls are really obsessed with skincare, and I think that that's totally well and good. I think when it comes to anything that is anti-aging, I don't even know if that's the exact messaging for adults because you will never anti-age. If you're lucky, you will actually get to age. But young girls, they don't need anything anti-aging. A little glitter never hurt. What is it that feels appropriate? Glitter? Stickers? You're already beautiful. Let's be playful. Let's never fear getting older because that is a privilege. We have to figure out messaging that empowers women and also lets young girls know that they have so much road ahead of them and they don't need anti-aging. All right, well, I feel good about this. From one caring, very involved mom, thank you for listening and thank you for your time because this is a very important mission to take care of our young girls. I think my whole life might be about that now. Too much?
I have been a huge fan for a long time, but I'm going to keep saying this. They need to get the people that the kids are watching in these campaigns. Drew Barrymore is perfect for the parents. But we've got to get the kids on board with this because we all know that parents don't have time to research skincare. And a lot of them, the kid will say, I want this. And the parents will say, okay. And they'll just buy it and not even look into what it is. They're like, it's a moisturizer. How bad could it be? They don't realize we have got to get the kids on board with this. Yes, it is the parents' responsibility, but we are talking practicality. In reality, if we are going to save these kids' skin, we have to get the kids on board. So I'm hoping that Dove is going to reach out to some of these influencers that the kids watch and have them talk about appropriate versus inappropriate skincare. I feel like that's the only way we're going to address this issue and really help this problem to be solved. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Top news segment, product report coming tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you, as always, to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you more than I could ever express. Our chat today is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully you can hang out and join us. I know it's going to be early because we've got the time change, but I'm going to make it. We're going to make it. We're going to be there. So hopefully you can be there. But if you want to sleep in, I totally get it. It is no problem at all. You can always watch it on the replay by going to my channel page, clicking on the live tab. That's where they're all housed. Or if you're subscribed, it's so much easier. Just go to your subscription feed. Should be hanging out right there. Or down below, there is a link to the What's Up in Makeup live chat podcast. That is another place where you can check out all of the podcasts that we've done, all of the live chats that we have done since the beginning of 2023. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate you. And thank you again to Candles by Victoria for my wonderful candle. If you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple of videos over there for you to watch, including one I picked out for you special right there. YouTube's gonna pick the top one based on your viewing history, but if you do need to go, it is no problem at all. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye! I'm such a dork.